Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Nathan and welcome back to the Snack Saloon. Now today I'm showing you this Moomins Lighthouse, which I believe was released in the mid-90s at some point. I've tried to look to see if there's a stamp anywhere, but I don't see anything. I'm pretty sure it's by Martinex, since they made, most of the playsets. They still do. They made the ship that I've got back there, the Moomin house up there, all these little mini playsets. So, yeah, I'm fairly certain this is Martinex. And this hasn't been re-released. I mentioned in my last video, for those that don't know, I've just come back from the UK, hence the suitcase. And I've had this at my grandparents' house for a few years, and I'm just now bringing it home. But this came about, I came across some pictures on Flickr. I thought it was Yahoo at first, but I looked back through my emails and it was Flickr. And someone in Finland had posted images of this. So I just kind of, tried sending a message, thinking nothing would come of it. And they responded and said they had an extra one. So I ended up buying it off them. And I think I paid around $100, maybe a little bit more. And like I said, they shipped it to my grandparents' house because I figured that would be easy for them. At least it was in Europe, rather than having them ship it to Texas. So, yeah, I brought it home myself. Luckily, it survived the trip. It's definitely not complete. I'm not sure exactly what's missing, but it is, most of the main parts are there. But yeah, we're going to take a look at this. So, first off, there is a little lock here. You just lift this out. You can see it's got a little peg. And it does look like this piece is broken. So I think that's the only significant damage on this thing. But it does take batteries, so if you press the top down and see the light works. It doesn't spin, and as far as I know, it's not supposed to spin. It's just a light, and you just push it down again, turn it off. And you can see there's a little balcony area. Then going down, you've got all this brickwork. There's a lot of sticker residue on this, I've noticed. So I do have to clean this off, but there's also a lot of stickers that are still intact, as you can see. So I'm guessing this thing came with a sticker sheet. I'm guessing these aren't in the, specific places where it would expect you to put them, because some of them look a bit odd, but for the most part, they don't look too bad. But you can see detailing on the base. It's got all the rock work going around, little windows. And there is this little piece here. See, it has a door, and that's where that little latch goes in. And we'll take a look at that once we get this thing open. It doesn't like to stay closed, I will say. It is a little awkward. But then at the front here, we also have the door, which I've seen some of these where the door is missing. So I'm fortunate that this one does have the door. And as you can see, there is a crack there, so it does open. So if you just slide this, the whole thing will open up. So on this side, that's where the batteries go. It is missing the battery cover, but I was able to replace the batteries to get the light working. And you can see there are some stickers on the walls there. And the little staircase going up. Those stickers look really nice there. I think those are, in decent spots. Got a little room there just above the floor level. And you can see some more stickers. But then if you come over to this side, so this is where that little latch comes into play. Let me put this down on the floor so I'm not going to knock it over. But you pull the latch and it has a little lift, little elevator system that goes up and down. So you could stand your figures on there and pull them up. And then obviously once you close it up and put this in the lock, then it secures it in place, so you could have someone, looking out at the balcony. And this obviously goes down to this little level here. And we have a few more little stickers. Binoculars, lanterns, things like that. And then down here, some more. And then we have a little ladder as well. I'm guessing this piece probably gets lost quite a bit. And like I said, there's just the main floor. but it's a really interesting piece. There's not a lot going on in terms of features. I think this and obviously, you know, the light on top are the main features of this. But it's something unique, and like I said, they haven't re-released it. There is the smaller Lighthouse that is significantly smaller than this. It's like half the size. But that does open up as well, so you can obviously tell that they got the idea from this. But I think this just holds a place in, you know, in history in the 90s when the Moomin, the anime came out. And this is just another one of those time capsules. You know, I've got the boat over there that came with the box, again, from the 90s. And this is just another one of those pieces that, you know, just screams that era of Moomins. Like I said, it's really like a time capsule. And I love all the detail. You can tell it's definitely by Martin X. I mean, a lot of the design choices and the way the, you know, the little platforms are laid in, they're very reminiscent of the Moomin house. Just up there, you can see they're very similar features. And just the overall look of the building itself. It just has that Martin X look to it. And again, does have the light. And you just push this down to turn it on and off. And there's the batteries. It takes AAAs. And then you've got all those little windows in there as well. And like I said, I'm not 100% certain what is missing, if anything. It's really hard to find anything about this online. Like I said, I found those pictures on Flickr. But that's about it. And there's the person that sold it to me has other lighthouses that I've looked at. And there doesn't seem to be any features that are missing from this that are in those images. So for the most part, I think this is fairly complete. Obviously, it didn't come with any figures, but I do have a lot of the Martin X figures. I mean, some of them are over there. You can see Moomin right there. But yeah, I think this is a very unique piece and very happy to have it. I was very scared about bringing this home in the suitcase. This was in my checked bag. I was mostly scared about this breaking off because it is, you know, you can see it's quite wobbly. I could easily see, you know, this getting smashed. And that would probably cause major damage because this thing is, you know, deep in there, connected to the lighting system, obviously. So I got very lucky. I had to completely surround it with clothing. And I did have some bubble wrap as well. So I'm very, very grateful that this thing survived the journey. And now I've just got to find a spot for it because it's, you can tell it's huge. I mean, it's not just the height of it, it's the actual base as well. I'm definitely going to have to try and move some things around to make room for this. But yeah, I'll find a good spot where it's kind of a focal point. Obviously up on one of those top shelves. But yeah, we'll make room anyway. But that's it for this video, guys. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Until next time, see ya.